New Year. Just a couple of things before we get started. So the virtual classes at the Y are doing a themed week for the month of January just to get started. So the very first week, and it's across the board if you check in on Melissa's Pilates class or Jonathan's circuit training class, we're doing HIIT training, which HIIT means high intensity interval training. So you may ask, what does HIIT training mean for balance class, balance and strength class? And it basically means we're going to be doing what we've been doing all along, because our class within the scope of balance and for the population that I gear this class towards, we have been doing a high intensity class. As you know, I pair each exercise, there's two exercises together, and one is at a little higher level and one is at a lower level. And some of the classes are very, you may feel your heart rate. I definitely do. I wear my Apple Watch during a class and it shows my heart rate. Every once in a while I can catch a glimpse of it, that my heart rate is higher and it is lower. So basically we're going to be doing our class. I'll let you know, I think next week the theme is mindfulness, which is exciting for me in the balance realm. So we'll talk about that a little bit more next week. But anyway, since we are, I want to let you know, everything is still low impact. I have neighbors downstairs, so even if I was going to do high impact, I can't do it. So everything is low impact. Do what you feel comfortable with. And if you want to take it up a little bit higher, like when we were doing marches, you can bring your knees up a little bit higher. But let's get going. Have some water. We may sweat a little bit more today. I sweat every week. But we're going to just start off with our warm up, and we're just going to start off with marches. If you want to bring your knees up a little bit higher in the march, the initial march, go ahead. You know, this is your workout, so make it work for you. Take the march a little bit wider and take it back to the center and take it a little bit wider. Take it back to the middle again. Bring it up a little bit higher this time, opposite hand to knee. And now rock in place. Hands open wide, getting your chest, your shoulders, and your upper back warmed up. Take that to a kickback. So we're getting our glutes and our hamstrings warmed up. And let's do a little bit of a shoulder press while we're doing that. I'm sorry, a row, a stand-in row. And let's do some heel kicks to the front. And then toe taps to the front. Okay, let's take it down a little bit now before we get started. So hip circles, 5 to the right. This is 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 5 to the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and shoulder rolls to the front. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and shoulder rolls to the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And as we start every week with posture, and that's what we're going to do. So feet back hip width apart, toes pointed forward, standing up nice and tall. Plumb line pulling you straight up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin. push your chin into the back, into the hand that's in the back, and your chin is parallel to the floor. So your head is sitting nicely on top of your shoulder. Your ears over your shoulders over your hip over your knee over your ankle. Belly button is nice and tight, shoulders are down and relaxed. And I'll remind you throughout the class to pay attention to your posture. No matter what theme it is, posture is still important to me. So instead of the different types of sits to stand, I'm just going to go back to our original, and we are going to do 10 sits to stand. The first set, we're going to use our arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to warm up our ankles a little bit more. So we're going to point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And actually, we're going to continue using our arms for the second set, because the more your arms are involved in an exercise, the higher intensity it is. So today we're going to use our arms. So feet shoulder width apart, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And a little bit more ankle work. So we're going to circle out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and circle in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so the other thing with high intensity, even though we use a chair for stability and balance, most of our exercises are done standing. So that is another element of high intensity, that we're not sitting down throughout the exercise. So we're going to do a rotation squat today. So let me demo it for you. We're going to squat to the side, go back to the front, and rotate to the side and back to the front. So 10 reps. We're going to superset this with a low intensity exercise, which is calf raises. So let's get going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our calf raises. So 10 of these. So rising up on your toes and rocking back on your heels. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's just take a break, a couple of seconds before we start up. And I see Shuggy, hello, and Barbara. So let's do our second set. Also, if this is too hard for you or you just want to do a regular squat, go ahead. This is your workout, so you do it at the level that is comfortable for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of calf raises and heel rocks. So up on your toes, rock back on your heels. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's shake it out for a minute. If you want to get water at any time, go ahead. Just catch up with us when you're finished. So we're going to do side leg lifts, and we're going to do superset that with a rear leg lift. So 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you can hold on to the back of your chair and standing up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, leg back. Squeeze your glutes when your leg go back and release when you bring it back to the other leg. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch to this side so you can see my leg on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is one of the only time that we're doing 3 exercises in a row. We're doing a V swing. So if you have weights, if you don't have weights, you can still do this exercise, just a very light weight. I'll give you a second to go get something. I see the faces disappeared. So just one weight, not 2. I'll wait a second until I see people come back. So you're going to stand really solid into the ground. Your hips are slightly bent and tucked under. You're going to start with the weight in front of you. You're going to turn to the side. You're not turning your hips so much. Your head turns with you. You're going to come up to shoulder height and down to the other side. So that's a V, and that's 1 rep. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're getting a little bit of core exercise, oblique work. So let's go back to our side leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to do the rear leg lifts on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last rear leg lifts. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So last set of the V swings. Grab your weights. Standing really solidly on both your feet, hips tucked back and down. Starting in the front, turn to the side with your head moving also up to shoulder height and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's put your weights away. So we're going to do scapular retraction and some chest press. And this is all lower impact. So we're going to sit for this one. According to the heart rate on my watch, it's been pretty steadily high for a time. So let's take it down a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do, if you can see, my arms are out straight at shoulder height, and we're going to pull out to the side and squeeze your shoulder blades together. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's do a chest press. So put the band under your arms. If you don't have a band, you could do this without. Just push through with your hands at chest height as if you're pushing through water. So your elbows should be shoulder height or a little bit lower, and your hands are at chest height, and you're going to push through for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake your shoulders out a little bit of a stretch. And we'll do our second set. So for the second set, we're going to do, the first set was this was a T, we're going to do a W. So your elbows are bent at your side. Your hands are about chest height. You do not want your elbows to fly up. And you're going to do the same thing, pull out and squeeze your shoulder blades together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of chest press. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put that aside. And the next group of exercise will be a high intensity, and the next 2 sets of exercise will be high intensity, definitely. So the first thing we're going to do, we haven't done this in a while. I did this early when this class started early last year. So we are going to go back to curtsy lunge, and let me explain what we're going to do. So we're going to start off with a side leg lift and step back. If that is too hard for you, you could even take the side leg lift out and just do a step back, or even it's called a skater, where you just step back. So 10 on each side. We're going to superset this with lateral raises, which will be the lower part of that high intensity group. So 10 on each side. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And off to the other side. Give you a moment to get ready. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do lateral raises, so grab your weights. If you don't have weights, you can definitely do this without. And to make this a little challenging at a lower intensity, we're going to do tandem stance with these. So 1, I have my right foot in front of my left. If that is too hard for your toe to touch your heel, give yourself a little bit of space in front or off to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put the weights away for a moment. And second set of curtsy lunges. So start off leg lift to the back, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's shake it out. Last set of lateral raises. My left foot will be in front. Standing nice and tall, belly button pulled in, shoulders down. Posture really helps with the tandem stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's put our weights away. I think this is time for a water break, or just a break. So another set of high intensity. This one we're used to, however, we're going to do stepping over the sleeping dog. So we're going to step high to the front, return your leg high, step high to the side, and back. So you definitely will feel your heart rate going up with that exercise. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the other side, starting in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the low intensity part of this set is slow marches with bicep curl. So I'm going to start your alternating legs and arms. So I'm going to start with my left knee up, right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put this off to the side. So once again, starting in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over. And start it in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of bicep curls and slow marches. So starting with my right knee and left arm this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So put the weights away. I think we're done with those for the time being. We're going to do a little bit of balance work. I may add another way to add some high intensity is to add some cardio. So I may add some step jacks to this. So we're going to start off by braiding a few steps. I'm doing it on a diagonal so you can see me better. Braiding is similar to grapevine that you would do in an aerobics class. We're doing it slower. We're doing it with shorter steps. You're going to go 1 foot in front and then behind. So I'm starting with my right foot in front and right foot behind. And I'm not looking down at my feet as I do this. Right foot in front, right foot behind, right foot in front. And now I'm going to go back with my left foot in front, left foot behind, left foot in front, and left foot behind. And to raise the intensity with that a little bit, we can do some standing jacks. So start with your feet together. You could go shoulder height or above. You could even go in front with your arms. So we're just going to step out to the side. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you should feel your heart rate go up a little bit with that. So let's do the braiding again. Starting, I'm going to turn and start with my left foot this time. So left foot in front, left foot behind, left foot in front, left foot behind, and left foot in front. Start with right foot behind, right foot in front, right foot behind, right foot in front, and right foot behind. So we will do another set of jacks, but before we get to it, we're going to do some tandem walks. So you should be within an arm's length of your chair. If this is hard for you to do, you could give yourself a little bit of space between your toe and your heel, or you could even offset your foot off to the side a little bit, but just make it a little bit smaller than your normal walking gait. And we're going to make it a little bit harder by doing a high knee with this. So if that is too hard, take that out of it. And try not to look down at your toes. And let's go backwards. Okay, so let's do another set of the jacks. This time, let's make the jacks a little bit different. There's a jack called a star jack. So you do a slight squat and out. Slight squat and out. This is about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And I definitely feel my heart rate going up. So let's do one more set of the tandem walks. Once again, if you don't have to do the high knees, and make it work for you, whichever one is safe and comfortable for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we do have, let's take a little bit longer break because we do have another high intensity exercise coming up. Get some water. So we normally do a high knee with a twist. Today I'm going to make it a little bit more high intensity by having both hands and alternated. If that is too hard for you, please hold on to your chair and just do each side. Do one side at a time and then switch. We're going to do 20. So if it's too hard, do 10 and then switch over to the other side. So hands behind your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the low intensity part of this exercise will be tricep kickbacks. So grab your weights. If you don't have weights, you can definitely do this without. So bend slightly at the neck, your knees and at your hip. Bring your elbows up to your side and extend back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And put the weights aside. I actually need to wipe off a little bit. And let's do a standing crisscross. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our last set of the tricep kickbacks. Have your weights. So bend at the knee, bend at the hip slightly. Belly button pulled in, your back should still be nice and flat. Your head in line with your spine, elbows back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we have one more thing to do before we get to our favorite part. And that's just a stand-in single leg stance. If you need to hold on for this, you can. If bringing your leg up too high is difficult, you could just challenge yourself with just your toe touching the ground or your toe off the ground a little bit. I'm going to have my knee up for a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake it out. And we are going to do the second side. I'm just going to have this knee in front also for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's it. We got through high intensity. I made it a little bit harder, but I hope you guys liked it. So now we're at my favorite part, which is stretching. So sit on your chair, one leg out, your foot flexed, belly button pulled in, lean forward a little bit. And if you can reach your toe, just grab it and pull it towards your face. Feel a stretch in your hamstring and in your calf. And switch over to the other side. And let's stretch our hips. For those of you who have hip or knee problems, if you can't do figure 4, you could cross your leg at your shin, pull gently on your knee, or over on top of your leg and just still pull gently on your knee. If you could do the figure 4, which is what I'm going to do, cross over, push gently on the inside of your knee, and lean forward. You should feel a stretch in the hip of the leg that's on top. Stand up, switch to the, I'm sorry, not stand up, switch to the other side. And let's do a lower back stretch. So make sure you're sitting securely on the chair. Your legs should be nice and wide, belly button pulled in, you're leaning forward. You're not rounding your back. We're just going to stay in the middle for a little bit longer. And walk your hands over to one foot, and you should feel a stretch along the side. And walk your hands over to the other foot. Let's stand up. So we're going to do a standing hip flexor stretch. I'm having my right leg and back, slight bend in my knee, and pushing this my hip forward. Actually, I should have the chair here. Hand up and turn it away from that hip. And switch to the other leg. Push that hip forward. Make sure your belly button's pulled in nice and tall. Hand up, turn away from that hip. And stand up, my favorite posterior stretch. So hands on the chair, knees slightly bent. Just push your hips away from your hands. You feel a stretch in your back, your glutes, and in your hamstrings. And we gently roll up. Let's stretch our shoulders. Make sure your shoulders not hiked up towards your ears. And switch sides. And let's stretch our necks. So my shoulders are pointed forward. I'm turning to the right. And now I'm looking down. And looking up and over to the other side and look down. And let's roll our shoulders forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and to the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's end with posture. So feet at hip width apart, parallel, toes pointing forward, standing nice and tall, plumb line pulling you up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin straight back into the hand that's in the back. Your chin is parallel to the ground. Your ears are over your shoulders over your hips over your knees over your ankle. Your belly button's nice and tall, and your shoulder blades are down and back and relaxed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, Happy New Year. Hope you liked